The High School Sports Beat is brought to you by Alfred State College, where within 6 months of graduating, an astonishing 99% are working or furthering their studies. At Alfred State, they stress project-based learning, where students work on real-world problems and learn how to think, not what to think. Visit alfredstate.edu.
Sports. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's how we roll. It's wins and losses, highs and lows. It's effort, respect, and dedication. The High School Sports Beat. Sports. It's who we are.
Hello everyone and welcome to the High School Sports Beat brought to you by Alfred State College. I'm Dave Yates. Welcome to our season finale, and we continue our look this week at the best of the season on the Sports Beat with our opening story, brought to you by Sticky Lips Barbecue and Juke Joint. Sticky Lips Barbecue Juke Joint, New York State's largest barbecue restaurant right here in Rochester. See our menu and live music calendar at StickyLipsBBQ.com. Sticky Lips BBQ, Jefferson Road in Henrietta. Northstar Christian Academy has been on an incredible run on the basketball court, led by twin brothers Miles and Mike Brown. The Knights are also known for their international students, as we found out back in February. Here's one of our best stories of the year. February 5th marked the start of the Chinese New Year, and for Northstar Christian Academy team, it was a chance to give a tip of the hat to a pair of their teammates. The Knights took the floor against Bishop Kearney wearing jerseys that had the school name spelled out in Chinese. David Lee and David Chen are natives of China who are here in Rochester to attend NCA. Being a part of the basketball team makes their time here even more special, and they feel like they're more than just teammates.
Playing on a basketball team is like my dream from when I was young. Yeah. This team gave me an opportunity to show my talent, and just by every time, like before the game, we pray together, and we always clap on the court, like when somebody makes a shot. It's like when somebody's hurt, we'll pray for them at the end of the practice. So that's like a family for me and like for everybody else, I believe.
It's because like everyone is treated you like not like an international student, but like American people, like a family.
I think it's really special because at Northstar, all our teammates are like our family, and just to give the two guys that are on our team, just do a little something special for them. It's just really nice for our team and just for the whole organization.
Wearing the jerseys not only was a tribute to those two players, it also was a tribute to the other international students who study there.
Yeah, so we have a very diverse student body at Northstar Christian. We actually have students from about 20 different countries. And of course, two of our team members are Chinese. The team's like a brotherhood. You know, these guys are really excited that we can celebrate the Chinese New Year with a couple of our teammates by wearing our Chinese jerseys.
The jerseys didn't bring the Knights any luck against BK as they suffered their first loss of the season. Even more impressive since they have been moved up to Class A2 after winning back-to-back sectional titles in C1. The tougher competition didn't faze this group one bit. Instead, they fully embraced the challenge.
I saw in our players, when we found out we were moved up, none of our players bung their head down or said, oh man. They all were hype and happy that we were playing against better competition in sectionals, and that was one good thing that I really acknowledge about our players.
They looked at it as an opportunity to really compete at one of the higher classifications in a very deep classification, and they took it as a challenge, and they've proven that they belong there and their name's in the conversation.
Doesn't hurt to have a guy like Miles to help you meet that challenge. He became the all-time leading scorer in Section 5 earlier this season and has emerged as one of the top players in the area, and it has been one heck of a ride.
Yeah, looking back on it, it wouldn't really mean anything if we weren't winning. I mean, coach and our coaching staff do a great job of pushing us on the court and as well as off the court and just being the best man that we can be. And they push me extremely hard off the court and hold me to a high standard on the court as well. And just going out there and just performing and giving my all on the court and displaying my talent in front of all the fans is just a tremendous opportunity.
Obviously, the most unguardable player in Section 5, and he's great to have on our team because whenever we need a bucket, we just give it to him. He plays a great role, which is obviously scoring as well as being a leader and a defensive awareness guy. But yeah, it's great having Miles as another guard on my team right next to me.
His play on the court has been outstanding, but as great as that is, to see the way that excellence carries over to all the other aspects of his life is what makes him really special.
He is one of a kind. The elementary kids in the school all, adore him and look up to him, and, he really spends time with them. He sees them in the hall, he'll give them a high five, and, he knows their names, and he just makes them feel really special. He's I tell college coaches that, he's a better kid than he is a basketball player. He has a 3.6 GPA. He's just a terrific young man, very humble. No doubt he has a great family life, and that contributes to it. But he is very special. I don't know how we're going to fill the void when he leaves.
Coming up next, Paul Gotham joins us for the Dunkin High School Notebook. Well, that story and more when the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, continues.
Power up with Dunkin's protein-filled Power Breakfast Sandwich and Egg White Bowl. They're kind of like this, but with food. Try the new Power Breakfast Sandwich and Egg White Dunkin' Bowl. America runs on Dunkin'.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. I'm Dave Yates. It's time now for the Dunkin High School Notebook, brought to you by Dunkin. America runs on Dunkin. And as always, we're joined by Paul Gotham from PickandSplinters.com. And Paul, things heating up weather-wise, things heating up around here baseball-wise too. What's on the site now?
Well, we got coverage of the hottest team in the International League, the Rochester Red Wings, winning 12 of 13 games. We'll also, throughout the summer, have American Legion baseball coverage, Interstate Collegiate Baseball League coverage, and we'll keep you up to speed with all the college commitments and signings of our local players.
Well, Paul, obviously the big story from the past weekend, the high school baseball championships down in Binghamton. Talk about what you saw.
Well, first of all, it was great to see Section 5 continue the streak. We've now won a state title 3 consecutive years. Livonia, Avon, and now the McQuaid Jesuit Knights, and doing it in style. It's Hunter Walsh. The conversation is going to be Hunter Walsh for a long time, but to pitch a no-hitter in a state title game is pretty impressive. It will certainly, that will stand the test of time as far as one of the best performances we've seen. To say no-hitter, though, is one thing, but then when you start breaking it down, you start looking at the numbers. Hunter threw 70 pitches, and for those of us who are sitting back there, he didn't throw more than, he only threw double-digit pitches in 2 innings. He only went full count to 1 batter. He threw first pitch strikes to 17 of the 22 batters he faced. The only batter to reach on him was a 1-out walk in the 6th inning. Again, that was a full count pitch, and it really, the difference between him throwing a perfect game and not throwing a perfect game is about that much, because that's how far he was off the plate. And we're talking about a kid, Hunter Walsh, who doesn't throw much more than 82, 84 miles per hour. So it's not like he's sitting on the top of the mound and just, throwing it down the guts to everybody. He's a pitcher's pitcher, and he's able to get the outside part of the plate. He's able to spot it up really nicely. But the thing is, he could spot it up to right-handers, he could spot it up to left-handers, and not a lot of high school kids can do that.
It's kind of surprising. I mean, that's their first state championship. I mean, and with the history of McQuaid baseball, the tradition there, and how good they've been in so many other years, that this is their first, that's kind of surprising, I think.
Yeah, and it was, fourth-year coach Tony Fuller, a touching moment after the game, everything that's going on, all the excitement, and he did credit the late Coach Fennell for everything that he has done. So that was really, it is amazing, because Bill Bowe had some great teams back in the early 2000s, mid-2000s there. So McQuaid has certainly had their guys over the years. It shows you how difficult it is to win a state title, which makes it all the more impressive that Victor has done it 3 times this century,
Yeah, it really is. I mean, getting back to that pitching performance, I mean, he's not dominant. He wasn't dominant. He was just, like you said, he kept them off balance, and to get up on a batter like that it makes a huge difference in that at bat, because all of a sudden you've got that guy in a hole and he's just trying to scramble to stay alive.
Sure, and here's a kid who, everybody was saying Tony Fuller was making a mistake by not pitching him in the semifinals. He didn't have a choice. Earlier in the week, Hunter's arm was so stiff and so sore that he could not throw a ball on Monday and Tuesday. On Friday, he could not throw in a game. I guess they did some deep tissue massage with him on Friday night and did a lot of work during the Billy Hayen has videos of him, the coaches loosening up his arms between innings, or loosening up his throwing arm between innings and making that work. And this is, it'll be nice to see 5-10 years from now how we're talking about this performance, because it was really impressive.
All right, great stuff, Paul. As always, been a great year. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you next year. We're back with more of the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, right after this. Coming up next, the best of making the grade from the year with Kyle O'Gara, and later a look inside the BK Selects Academy hockey team. Well, that story when the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, continues.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. Hit the ground running at alfredstate.edu. I'm Kyle O'Gara. We now take a look back at our Making the Grade honorees from this Sports Beat season. Amanda Hildebrandt is a Hilton senior who has played field hockey and lacrosse while carrying a 95 average. Wayne senior Joe Camp is a decorated All-County and AGR lacrosse player. Joe upholds a 94 average and is a member of the National Honor Society. Monica Gregg is a Rush Henrietta senior who runs track and plays basketball for the Royal Comets. Monica's talents extend far beyond the track and the classroom, as she is also an award-winning artist. Spencerport's Olivia Wall is a captain on both the soccer and lacrosse team for the Rangers. Olivia is an all-state athlete in both sports and maintains a perfect 4.0 GPA. Eva Boothby is a Webster Strader senior who has run indoor and outdoor track since 7th grade. Eva is a sectional winning runner and is continuing her career at Binghamton University. World of Inquiry's Jasmine Breedy is a member of the softball, volleyball, and bowling squads. In addition to being a triple threat athletically, she was named Urban League Black Scholar and has a 4.25 GPA. And last but not least, Penfield senior Michael Mitchell. Michael is an all-county lacrosse player for the Patriots and is graduating with a 97% average. That does it for this year's recap of the Making the Grade honorees. We'll see you again in the fall. And now here's Dave with the McArdles Section 5 Spotlight.
Thanks, Kyle. Here are some of the athletes, teams, and coaches making news in this week's Section 5 Spotlight, brought to you by McArdles in Fairport. Come home to McArdles. Congrats to Victor Softball for their 3rd straight Final Four appearance. The Blue Devils came up short but had a great season as regional champions. In Class C, the Warsaw girls made it to the state finals. Incredible season for the Tigers, who fell to Thomas Edison of Elmira for their only loss in a 20-win season. And finally, 3-time state champion Anthony Noto of HFL competed at the World Team Trials in Akron, Ohio, and went 7-2 for a 5th place finish, earning All-American honors for the 2nd straight year. Well, up next, it's girls hockey with the BK Selects Academy. Well, that story in the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, returns.
And now to Eichel. He floated one. Score!
Welcome back, and thanks once again for joining us on the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. I'm Dave Yates. This segment is brought to you by the Injury Free Coalition and our friends at Leo's Bakery and Deli. Please remember to always wear your seatbelt in the front and back seats, and to focus only on driving when behind the wheel of a car. This message courtesy of the Injury Free Coalition for Kids Smart Teen Driving Program and our friends at Leo's Bakery and Deli. There aren't many teams like the Bishop Kearney Selects Academy girls hockey team, not in the section nor in the state, and only a few like it in the country. Paul Gotham has the details in one of our best stories of the year.
This is no ordinary high school hockey team. The Bishop Kearney Select Squad not only attends the school in Irondequoit, they live there. It began with a phone call in the summer of 2014. A representative from the Monroe County Sports Commission contacted Bishop Kearney Athletic Director Chris Belmont about the possibility of starting a girls hockey team at the school. Renovation of the school's third floor started the following summer. 3 years later, Selects Academy at Bishop Kearney, a legacy global sports program, consists of 2 teams, a U19 and a U16 squad, with the 40 players living on campus, developing as students in the classroom and student athletes on the ice.
It's unbelievable. I was a Division I, NCAA Division I assistant coach for 8 years prior to coming here, and to be able to work with the girls on a day-to-day basis is awesome. Having the ability to work day-to-day with our players and help develop skills and see them make the next steps is incredibly rewarding. It's a fun age group to work with, and so one of the reasons I came back to this level was I felt that with my experience I could make a real difference in terms of their development.
7 days a week, players live together, eating breakfast together in the morning before attending classes, and then on to practice later in the day.
Well, our most grueling schedule is our Tuesday, Wednesday, and the girls are in class from 8 a.m. to 2:45. We're on the bus at 3 o'clock. Practice starts 3:35. We skate till 4:50, so a 75-minute practice. We go upstairs at Bill Gray's. We work out with Parisi Speed School for an hour. We come back to school. They have dinner at 6:45. Dorm duties from 7:15 to 8. Study hall from 8 to 9:30, and then an hour of free time. So those are pretty jam-packed days, both of those.
I like having a really structured schedule, actually. It keeps me on task. It makes sure that I do all my homework during study hall. I pretty much like the structured schedule overall. Being at such a young age and being able to have a strict schedule helps us stay on task and ultimately become more independent.
What's it been like adjusting to that?
Yeah, it's been pretty difficult. Just obviously we have a pretty jam-packed day. Just being able to talk to your parents sometimes, it's kind of hard to fit in.
And the players? They live in 13 states and across Canada. Girls coming from as far as California, Arizona, Wisconsin, and New Brunswick to Bishop Kearney to play hockey. Recruiting could be overwhelming, but Legacy Sports takes care of identifying those student athletes who fit with the program.
We're fortunate that we do attract a lot of the top players in the country with our reputation, not only from Bishop Kearney's reputation as a school, but Legacy Global Sports is the other part of our program that has more history in the game as well. They run spring teams and summer teams, and there's some channels there where girls get excited about playing for Selects and maybe one day playing for Selects Academy at Bishop Kearney.
Making the adjustment to living away from home as a teenager?
Living on your own and being more independent, like doing your own laundry, getting up, not having your mom wake you up, making your bed in the morning. There are definitely a lot of adjustments, but all of it is to make us better human beings and be more independent.
I think it was good to adjust to now, because obviously down the road we'll be going to college and living away from home anyway. So it was nice getting the opportunity to do it earlier on in life and just learning all these things, like you said, doing your own laundry and just kind of being more independent and just getting to learn those things now rather than later in college is really helpful, I think.
We have a bunch of girls that have also been here for 3 years, so we're all kind of a support system, and we all help each other to make sure our dorm jobs get done, or if anyone needs support with anything. I'm always there, and everyone's always there for each other.
The sacrifice and commitment is paying off, with student athletes earning college commitments from schools such as Yale, Princeton, Wisconsin University, Clarkson, and the University of Vermont, to name a few.
Yeah, it's awesome. Just like being able to live with some of your like closest friends, like your best friends, and then we're all here for a reason, and we're all motivate each other, and we're all positive. So it's really easy to be in an environment where everyone is striving for the same goal, like you said, and everyone just wants to work as hard as they can. It helps you and motivates you as well.
You know, it's very inspiring, actually. I'm a goalie, so it's a little bit of a different situation, but you get pushed. We all push each other, and it gives us something to look up to, and it makes us all leaders. And it's amazing that this place gives us the opportunity to be able to play at a collegiate level.
Players Kiara Zanin and Carolyn Harvey earned spots on the USA Today preseason girls team earlier this year. The Bishop Kearney Select Squad has their sights set on a return to the championship game later in April. From Bishop Kearney High School, this is Paul Gotham with the Vision High School Sports Beat.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, especially Alfred State College, for making the Sports Beat possible. We'd also like to thank the athletes, teams, and coaches in Section 5. Thanks for watching this season. Have a great summer, and we'll see you once again right back here in the fall.